In the upcoming clip, Chomsky argues that powerful lobbies, not just a monolithic, Jewish lobby, influence U.S. foreign policy. These lobbies represent military-industrial complex, oil companies, and other special interests that benefit from the status quo in the Middle East. Now off to this wonderful clip of Noam Chomsky, and following a couple more observations of Chomsky.
Mearsheimer Walt's a little bit different. For one thing, there's two questions. There's a number of questions to ask about the book, I'm sure. The one thing has to do with the quality of their claims. The other is about its reception. Notice that I think it is well received, and I think the reason is it exculpates the U.S. government. It says, look, we're fine, but what can we do? There's this powerful Jewish lobby that's controlling us. So we'd be delighted to be benevolent and, helping people, our natural instincts, but we're trapped by the Jewish lobby. Well, that's a pretty good reason, I think, why it is accepted. Yeah. The second question is about the thesis. I mean, can it really be that a small ethnic lobby controls U.S. policy? I mean, if anybody believes that thesis, there's a tactical suggestion that follows immediately. Put on your tie and jacket, go to the executive offices of Lockheed Martin, General Electric, Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan Chase, and explain to them that your interests are being harmed by a little lobby which you can put out of business in 5 minutes. Okay, that's the tactical suggestion that follows. Does anybody pursue it? No, because it's absurd. I mean, the claim, this is actually is an interesting, Mearsheimer and Walt are very good scholars. They're what are called realist IR scholars. According to realist scholarship, states pursue what is called the national interest, which is primarily security. It's an anarchic world, and states try to preserve their own security, well-being of their own populations, and the national interest. There's a lot of questions that are open there. First of all, what is the national interest? I mean, is the national interest of the CEO of General Electric the same as the interest of the janitor who cleans his floors? No, their interests are quite different. So what's the national interest? Well, in practice, it turns out that the interests of state power and concentrated economic power. Take a look at the formation of policy, that's what it defends. Is the national interest in that sense harmed by U.S. policy towards Israel? Well, pretty hard to argue that. Certainly centers of American power don't think so. Like take Lockheed Martin, which are the military lobby industry altogether, big lobby. They think it's great. I mean, when the United States gives Israel a couple of $1 billion to buy advanced armaments, that's a gift to Lockheed Martin. In fact, it's a double gift because it's what in the retail trade is called a teaser. It means that Saudi Arabia comes along and says, wait a minute, we want $60 billion worth of second-rate equipment, which we don't know how to operate. And so defense industry can sell it to them, So that's wonderful. And furthermore, Israel tests the high-tech equipment on live targets. You learn things from that. There are very close relations of intelligence, very close. If you took a look at, it goes way back. Actually, one of the interesting Snowden revelations is that Israel is the only country that gets raw data, not what's called minimized. And most data in the NSA is supposed to be kind of checked, so things that are really improper and illegal are thrown out. And that's the way it's given to the so-called Five Eyes, England, Australia, the close allies, not Israel. They get straight data, and the intelligence relations are extremely close. Military relations are so close. You may have seen one of the interesting WikiLeaks exposures was a list of super strategic sites that are so important that the United States has to defend them at all costs. There were not many of them. One of them was right outside Haifa, the Rafael Military Industries. That's one of the super significant U.S. sites that has to be defended. It's a military industry, high-tech military. It's one of the places where they did a lot of the drone technology. Their relations with the Pentagon are so close that they actually moved their management offices to Washington, where the where the money is. You take a look at, say, U.S. investors, Warren Buffett, Intel. They're investing in Israel all over the place. Buffett recently spent, I don't know, $1 billion or something to acquire some Israeli company and announced that Israel's the best place for U.S. investors outside the United States. Intel set up their biggest new factory for new generation chips in Israel. I mean, do these people think that their interest is being harmed by this relationship?
Chomsky suggests that U.S. support for Israel stems more from strategic considerations than shared values. A strong Israel serves as a U.S. ally in the region, providing access to resources and a check on Arab nationalism. Chomsky criticizes some Israeli policies towards Palestinians, arguing they undermine long-term peace and stability. He believes excessive U.S. support emboldens these policies. Well, I hope you liked the video and give the channel a subscribe. If you wish, you can join the channel as a member, it would be greatly appreciated. Also, check out and subscribe to my other channel, Progressive Movement, link is on the homepage and in the comment section. Now, take care and bye-bye.